different ways that I could approach this question. The first method I'm going to show you is how to find the area of a parallelogram by just multiplying its base by its perpendicular height. Now for this parallelogram, we know that the base is 8.9 centimeters, but what we're trying to do is we're trying to find what we need is the perpendicular height. Now the perpendicular height is the distance from there to there, and I can find that using a bit of trigonometry. Okay, so I've got 6.7 centimeters there, an angle of 74 degrees there. If I label the three sides, though that's the opposite, that's the hypotenuse, that's the adjacent. Opposite and hypotenuse, it's the opposite that I want. Let's call it x. So I can write that sine 74 degrees is equal to the opposite, well that's x, divided by the hypotenuse, which is 6.7. So x, the height of my parallelogram, is going to be 6.7 times sine 74 degrees. Now if I work that out, that comes out as 6.4404, which means that the area of my parallelogram is just the base, which is 8.9, multiplied by the perpendicular height, well that's the 6.4404, which comes out as 57, which comes out as 57.32, and if I round it to three significant figures, that's 57.3 centimeters. Now there's another way of doing this, so if I just rub out some of what I've done here, instead of using the formula, I have realized that the parallelogram itself could be split into two halves. If I just draw that line in that goes from there to there, and because of the properties of parallelograms, this triangle here is going to have exactly the same area as this triangle here. And I have a formula for working out the area of a triangle. It's in the front of the exam paper, but generally if you have a triangle which is labelled in such a way that the vertices or corners are A, B and C, the angles opposite, which we normally label in the lowercase way, are also A, B and C but labelled lowercase. The area is always half AB sine C, or you could write it as half AC sine B or half BC sine A. Now in this case, all it means is that you multiply together two sides, so two sides which are next to each other. Now in this case I can use the 6.7, so a half times the 6.7 times the 8.9, and then it's always multiplied by the sine of the angle in between. Okay, so that's going to be a half times 6.7 times 8.9 times sine 74. Now that's the area of one of these triangles, and if I want the area of both of these triangles, I'm going to then multiply that by 2. And you can see actually that the half and the 2 are going to cancel each other out, so the area is just going to be 6.7 times 8.9 times sine 74 degrees. Now if we work that out, again it comes out as 57.32, and it rounds to 57.3.